Good evening. This is the Elliott wave update for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ 100 for Thursday, December the 28th, 2023. Again, a lot of year-end posturing, a lot of seemingly just a little bit of crazy in the markets today. It was very, very thin trading. The volumes were for these indexes very low. And so that produced a lot of very large swings and making it very difficult to kind of figure out where are we in this sequence of a finishing rally that we're looking for the completion point of a minute fifth wave and then in turn a minor third wave, which I've now placed in parentheses, which means they haven't occurred yet. And ended up moving the minuet third wave up to the high yesterday. As this unfolded cleanly in a 5, and then we got what I'm assuming is, a more complex ABC, and then we got a very more complex, but not really sure. In fact, I'm just going to show you. That's not going to work. Let me go back out to here, open this up, and you can see this move. Now, suddenly it was real tight. It was real compact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave A. ABC, we got a B. Okay, we'll allow for that. Then we get this really weird, this is the hourly, and I broke it down to a 15-minute chart. And you can see it just kind of gets nasty, but we did end up putting an additional low in. And so I'm kind of labeling this an A, a B, all the way back up, and it's nothing but tails, and then a C wave down. It doesn't look it, but that's how I'm going to count it. And putting in the minuet wave 4, leaving us with a minuet wave 5. Now, going back out to my hourly chart, what else could it be? So we're going to open this up so that this is the focus. The focus is that is the minute wave 4, and that was last Wednesday. So we're putting the minute 4 in there. We're looking for 5 waves up to put in minute wave 5, and then in turn, minor wave 3, setting the stage for that larger wave 4 correction, which continues. It should find its support to complete within this zone. So this all remains valid. But now we're dealing with this rally. With the fact that the third waves within this all the way up have just extended and then extended, it kind of does clean up this particular chop and mess that we got on the way up. And that it's 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 3, 4, 5 of that 3. So we got another extension within it, and that kind of cleared itself up today with this pullback. Now, how do we want to leave it? I can count it complete. But my suggestion, as you can tell by I'm leaving up the Fibonacci retracements, is that I'm going to leave open the potential that the market will continue to come down and find support at 48.21. Or possibly as low as 48.08. That's the 236 and the 382 retracements for the fourth wave. That's taking it from the bottom of wave 2 to the top of wave 3. So we're leaving that open before we get the rally. Now, I can, like I said, kind of put this in like, well, we could if we had to, if the market just begins to rally from here. Instead of continuing to move lower, they just start and move it up and go with the flow and just let it ride. Now, that's a possibility. So we got both in play. Now, if I'm using this to put in the minuet wave 5, and I'm using my fibs again, for the fifth wave as it is compared to the first wave, then 0.618 is 48.59, 48.59.50 to be exact. And then the 100%, which is the most common, is 48.79. Now, I have a 0.618 for minute wave 5 right there at 48.77. Now, what could possibly coax the market up there? Well, tomorrow is the absolute last expiration of the year. How do you want it to go out? What prices do you want to stamp it and book it so that everybody's confirmations go out, everybody's monthly statements go out, because it is the last trading day of 2023 tomorrow. So expiration, I believe, will be very important. Could we put in a 50-point rally? We really could. We definitely could. Now, one other possibility that I'm going to leave with you is that the minor wave 3 and the minute wave 5 did finish here. And this is actually some start of a very messed up start to a larger minor fourth wave correction. That's why I extended it out. It forms a corrective pattern, but way too compact, way too small for a minor, even to begin that way. Now, when you're day trading this, it was like, wow, some nice falls, some nice quick moves down, and produce some really good P&L, I will say, if you had the patience to sit and wait and you could catch the trade. What created that situation was the fact that the volumes were so low. So if any type of a larger order came in to buy or sell in the future, it moved, and it moved really fast and then jumped really fast, which is why we see all these tails. When I take it down and put it on a 5-minute or a 15-minute chart, it's just tails everywhere, up and down, because the market was so thin. It went up, filled the order, that was it. Then the next thing came in and it was done. So I'm going to leave that all open and let the market work itself out for tomorrow. So again, the way I'm counting it, a 1, 2, 3, and a 4, leaving that minuet fifth wave yet to come. The 618 is 48.59. The full 100%, which is most common, is 48.79. The 618 for the minute wave 5 is at 48.78. So all in the hood to complete the 5 here and the minor 3, and all in the hood to complete the minuet 5, the minute 5, and then in turn that minor third. Everything still remains in alignment. Now, I didn't put in, because it's really not done yet, but once it is, as I said yesterday, we would then take a look at putting in from here to wherever this, no, actually, it's going to be the minor. From here to the top, wherever minor 3 comes in, and that's going to give us our look for wave 4. Right now, I'm continuing to feel that it's going to come in right inside here, because that is the fourth wave of one lesser degree. So we're going to see. Tomorrow's going to be interesting no matter what, because I suspect it might still be also thin. I believe a lot of traders are already gone. They cleaned up their books, they're done. And so it's just free for all, kind of. It's like however they wanted to finish it out, that's what's going to happen. And I think it'll be a lot of thinness in the market again. Or we're going to have a lot of activity, and still within the futures market, the possibility that it'll be thin. All right, over in the NASDAQ, it basically is the same story. They are running neck and neck with each other here. I'm just going to open it up right here. So, well, hold on. Let me take that back. What we're looking for here, again, is the minute third wave. There's my minute wave 2, and we have waves minuet wave 1, 2, 3, 4. We're inside of minuet wave 5. Now, again, it extended. So inside of minuet wave 5, I had 1, 2, and I had placed the third, I believe, was here. And this fifth wave was beginning to extend way too much. Now, the fact that it didn't just really come off clean, and if indeed we were looking for this the completion point of minute wave 3, I'm looking for a lot more in my correction to begin. And we didn't get that. We got a lot of up and down and still looking like it could have completed an ABC down, reaching 0.236. Well, I measured out from the bottom of sub minuet wave 2 to, if I put the 3 for sub minuet wave 3 here, then it's 0.236. So I'm going with it, meaning that stays in a parentheses, because it's, to me, it's not in yet. It's not done yet, and will get moved over. So we're still looking for this to complete. Outside chance, yes. And in which case I would throw up and realize that we're still, the fibs, I'm going to throw up. The fibs I will throw up on the chart. But knowing right off the bat that we're looking for, if it's a minute 4, it's going to go find its terminus, its endpoint within the fourth wave of 1 lesser degree, and that's the minuet 4. So it's right there. So all of that will come to fruition, hopefully. Now, if indeed this completed that sub minuet wave 4, and we're looking for that wave 5 to complete the minuet wave 5 and then turn the minute wave 3, then here are the fibs. The 0.618 is 17,208. Now here again, we have for minuet wave 5, it's sitting up here at 17,280, 279, 280. And then the sub-minuet wave 5 equality is 17,289. So we have a 10-point little range in there. And if it hit 79, stopped and started to nosedive, I'm not going to argue over 10 points. Let me put it that way. So again, I got a cluster that cleans up a lot of detail. It cleans up a lot of detail, cleans up this minuet, cleans up the sub-minuet, and gets us to complete this minute wave 3, and then likely start the new year with a minuet fourth wave down. And still leaving open, as I said, it doesn't look like this is all going to complete before the New Year's break. And so we're going to get a correction, but it's going to not be as big, or not be, okay, that was it. The highs are in, the primary B wave is over. I don't think that's ready yet either. So I think that we're going to continue. We will have one more strong rally once we get a minor fourth wave in, once we get a minor fourth wave over in the S&P done and complete. Then we still have one nice rally phase, and that will again take us to highs above what we've already seen or will see tomorrow. So moving averages all are in place and everything is looking pretty good. Now here as well, I will leave open the potential that the market may overnight or start tomorrow by coming down to the next fib level for this small fourth wave. And that would be 17,031. Right now we got down to 17,077 3/4. And we have that 236 came in at 882. Excuse me, 17,082. And so close enough, 236, just coming in just below it. So, but it could continue to drop another 40 points, 50 points from here and end up down around 31. And then that would also put in the fourth wave here. What this fourth wave cannot do, it cannot cross here, and that is 16,970. So that's a good 60 points away from there. But if it breaks there, then guess what? This is where that minute third wave completed. Same story back in the S&P as well, folks, that if it breaks wave 1 in that sequence, then the minor third wave and et cetera, are all complete at yesterday's highs. So, but the NASDAQ went up and produced an additional new high this morning in the morning session. So whereas the S&P, I don't think it did. So in any case, we still got one more rally, and that's just to put in the minute wave 3, the minuet wave 5, the minute wave 3. So it actually sub minuet wave 5, the minuet wave 5, and the minute wave 3rd wave. Now, I am going to wish everybody a very safe and happy New Year's. And I'm hoping that everyone will have a very prosperous new year once we ring it in and we all come back and we start trading yet again. I'm going to continue to leave out there for right now that I still have 4 positions in the trade room for those who may have an interest. Those remain open. Again, I only accept 10 members because we are a teaching room. I like to hear what others are thinking, what they're working on, how they're doing. So we basically have what you could say an open mic. So people are in the room, they can ask a question, they can comment, we can talk about their trades, etc. And so, and there's a lot of analysis that goes during the day about triggers and how we're trading. And again, our primary market that we're trading is the NASDAQ. A couple of people have inquired on the S&P, and if I get S&P traders that are interested and they come in, then I will flip and I will do both and present that analysis each morning and throughout our sessions. So again, I have 4 positions that are open. If you have an interest, please go to www.logicalsignals.com. And once you're there, you will see a tab for the trade room. Just go in there and you can make your payment, join the room, and hopefully I will see you at the start of the new year. In the meantime, have a very, very safe and happy new year, and let's all have a prosperous 2024. By the way, I will try to put up at least my version of a year-end big picture update for the NASDAQ and the S&P, and then also pull in my other markets. I'll try to get that done on Saturday.